All right, so will Doctor Doom save the MCU? That's the title of this video. Go with it. So they're moving from the Kang Dynasty to, if you want to call it the Doom Dynasty, DD, whatever you want to call it. Marvel has their self to blame. So Marvel is in a pickle. So when you're doing any type of, so if you're a fan of Marvel Comics, if not the MCU, but a fan of Marvel Comics, you know about Kang. Ant-Man and the Wasp got Kang the Conqueror. Now that version is a Thanos level version. That version they did in Ant-Man was a good version they could have used. Like if you look at Kang, that's the Conqueror. That's the version that you should have used in the Dynasty. But they used him in Ant-Man. And they're like, oh, we got these other Kangs. They're nowhere near that version. That version, that variant is the best version because we've seen in the Earth's Mightiest Heroes, we read the comics. That is the version that people go to. It is something. It is really something. So that is the version you want to use. That is the version you want to kind of put in the films. More so, if you want to do a Kang Dynasty, that's the one you want to lead the Dynasty. But what they did was they put him in Ant-Man. Of all characters, Ant-Man. Not Thor. Not Shang-Chi, which is, to me, the best film they've done, other than Spider-Man No Way Home, which I really don't consider that film. But, anywho, they're going with that version. So, Kang, anyway, they're going with Dr. Doom. But what I'm trying to make here is they used the wrong version in the wrong film, and here we are. But that's not the only issue. John the Major's got stuff going on legally, so they're also looking at that too. They don't know where that's going up or down. People are now saying he did this and did that, which I'm like, here's my thing is, and that's the thing about Hollywood, I like to call it. If you do one bad thing, everything else you've done in your life, you fart the wrong way, will come out. It doesn't pertain to the main story, but it pertains to this. If he did what's some call it, domestic violence, then okay, remove him. But if he did not, everything else he did prior to that, that should not count against him. Okay, don't bring anything up that he did. Oh, well, he was rude to people on set. Okay, Tom Cruise was rude. Well, he did this or that. Well, other people have done it too. Because now you're trying to take this man down. Stick to the domestic violence. If he did that, which is coming out that it looks like he didn't do that, but it looks like he's going to get removed from stuff he done previously in the past, which that's what I'm seeing now more so than anything else, then I have an issue with that. Having violent behavior, I mean, who doesn't? Will I build a film around him? No, I would just say, look, he's still part of these film series. We'll wrap him up and that's it. But don't make it seem like the domestic violence was the other one. Like I saw somebody's review, he called him a fucking idiot. Do you know the full story? Did you not watch the tape that the girl was the one? He called the police. She didn't. He called. She was lying about most of that stuff. He's not even getting in trouble on that no more. Still legal actions, but he's getting more in trouble with stuff he did previously that people are now coming out with. That's what's going on. Not even with the domestic violence case no more because, yeah, he going to court for that. But it looks like that eventually will get dismissed or they're going to settle. Because I don't think she wants to keep going on because the more that's coming out, the more it looks bad on her and him mostly, both of them. But it looks bad on her too because it's like, oh, you're lying. So it is what it is. I don't really want to get involved with that. Like I said, I think he's going to get more in trouble of stuff he did previously in the past. But they're not going to go with him anyway because, like I said, there's just too much going on with that. And the biggest thing. Fans have not been digging this whole multiverse. It's okay when you do it for one film. It's okay if you do it for like Spider-Man No Way Home, which didn't make sense, but you had the nostalgia bait with it that worked. And you had great actors like Willem Dafoe, Jamie Foxx, and other people that made it work pretty good. And, even Dr. Octopus actor, the names escapes me right now, and he made it work. But no one's digging the multiverse. And they got to correct the course after the Marvels came out, which was a total failure, a bomb of all bombs. They have to figure something out. It's just the multiverse is not working no more. Fans, we're in the era of the superhero fatigue. And I love how people say we're not in the superhero fatigue. Yes, we are. We are. Every superhero film that has came out this year has done badly. Not grossed no more than over $500 million. Ant-Man Quantumania, well, you probably say, well, what about Guardians? Guardians did well. The reason that and I don't count Spider-Man no way, Into the Spider-Verse due to the fact that Spider-Man is an animated film, so that kind of helps it out a little bit better. So I don't consider that when I'm talking about live-action superheroes, not animated. And Guardians was the only one. But Guardians already had a built-in fan base 10 times by 2. It was a third film in the trilogy. You could also look at Ant-Man, too. They had a fan base, but it did poorly. It's just fans can tell bullshit now. They want to spend money on what they want to spend money on. Guardians did well because, James Gunn with that property has built a trust with the fan base. And it's from a previous phase that people fell in love with. Ant-Man's the same way too, but the problem with Ant-Man was it looked like it came out of Spy Kids 3D. That's a problem. That is a problem. When you put pictures of a film of Spy Kids that came out almost 20 years ago to Ant-Man, they look identical. They look so identical. That's bad. That is fucking bad. I think Spy Kids came out in 2003. Was it 3 or 4? Hold on, let me check this out. Bear with me. But so 2003, game over. 2003. That makes no goddamn sense. Anywho, but anyway, so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, going to Doctor Doom is a good idea, but also I think what they need to do, just focus on the Fantastic Four, focus on the X-Men. You could build 3 to 4 films out of that, properties. Remember when Marvel was going, 20th Century Fox was going to have the Fantastic Four meet the X-Men. I believe that was a thing they were trying to do. Just focus on doing that. I think that should be good. Just do something smaller scale and do that. Focus on those Marvel spotlights they said with Echo. That looks pretty good. Not a grand thing, but smaller scale. Just do that. And then come back to the world collapsing. Because again, Galactus alone is pretty much going to take up half the thing anyway. They just need to focus on doing stuff like that. And I think they'll be fine. And I'll talk more about that in other videos. But doing Doctor Doom is probably a good idea. But doing Doctor Doom could be just focus on the Fantastic Four and X-Men. Like I said, we'll talk more about that in other videos. But as always, like, subscribe. Peace. Have a Johnson day. I'll see you guys in the next video.